when I set up my Amazon in Germany, my Amazon UK was doing about 120,000 a month in sales. My Amazon Germany got to 300K. This month, already in 10 days, we've done what we were doing in a month 6 months ago. So the business has literally tripled in size. Welcome back to James Lake Show, and the day is 11th of December. That makes us a third of the way into the month, but as you guys know, December is a choppy month, obviously with the Christmas stuff, so we're getting in as much money as we possibly can before that stuff dies off. Those who've been following the channel know I have a distribution business that I started 14 years ago from the garage on eBay and Amazon, and now we employ 50 staff. We have a huge hub here in Europe, and I'm actually heading back to our UK hub, which is even bigger than this one, on probably Sunday or Monday of next week. And then I'm gonna stay working in the UK because one of the things about running this business is I have to spread. I'm stuttering there, guys, but yeah, I have to spread and make sure that I'm giving everything the attention and care that it needs because you wanna grow, but you also, have you ever heard the saying where it's the bridge that costs the war? You don't wanna be too busy building while you neglect everything you need to be looking after. So very, very stressful running a business, but I love it and I wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, that's just what I'm doing. I gotta spread my time. I gotta go back on the weekend, after the weekend. But what the crazy part about this month is UK is doing good. Before I tell you, right, Europe, obviously, if you've been following the channel, know we put €1 million into this business. We started it with 6 staff about 3 years ago. In lieu of Brexit, we wanted to do money out here in Europe. We started it with 6 staff, and no one even knew who we were. We just had phones, desks, and warehousing. And after 3 years, we're at a point where not only do we pay the salaries, we're actually getting money into the business now. It's generating cash. Obviously, other businesses don't require 3 years to get to that level, but we started at a high level, We went out, me, Owen, my business partner out here, and we set up camp. So it was higher costs than some businesses. If you were setting up from your own garage, of course, you don't need that kind of money. But we wanted to set up at a level. Anyway, I'm going to get to that now because it's all going to make sense. So you could either start small or start big. We started big because at one point I started small all those 14 years ago. So it allowed me to accrue money to start big here. Now what that's done, right, is UK is having a pretty good month. We've already done nearly 300K in sales for the month. I'll just give you the numbers because I want to give you some relativity to just show you how crazy Europe's getting. So Europe, in a typical month up until this point where we're starting to generate income, which is crazy. So we've gone from costing 40,000, 30,000 a month in sales, in just run rate expense of all the staff, all that kind of stuff, to making a couple of grand a month now, which is just crazy. But anyway, this month, already in 10 days, we've done what we were doing in a month 6 months ago. So the business has literally tripled in size. And it just goes to show, guys, 6 months ago, it was where is the light? We're digging, digging, digging. Now, Europe is doing 60% of what the UK is doing. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in a year? It's going to be outperforming the UK. So anyway, I'm going to get back to the UK and say, hey, you can't let Europe outperform it. And one of the beautiful things about it is when you run a business and you start getting in multiple salespeople, you start to create this capitalistic sales environment where everyone's competing. So we're going to be doing that with these businesses now because Europe can see the trajectory that's happening and it's coming for the UK. And what I've got is I got Rick, our sales director back in the UK, who's my brother, who's smart as a whip. I go to him for advice on sales negotiation. The guy is seriously talented, and I know he's competitive, so he's not gonna like this. So I know he's gonna be pushing Europe, pushing against Europe. But the thing is with Europe, credit where credit's due to UK is Europe has a huge landmass. When I was exclusive on Amazon back in the day, because if you know the channel, I used to be exclusive on Amazon for 3 years. So I started on eBay, and after 2 years, I just put it all on Amazon because I found it was a different product range. If you've got any questions about Amazon, comment down below and I'll answer them. But when I set up my Amazon in Germany, my Amazon UK was doing about 120,000 a month in sales. My Amazon Germany got to 300K. My Amazon France was doing 140K. So my smallest market was UK. So I can only imagine If you imagine that I'm doing $20 million right now from the UK alone, or actually it is combining, including this, but this is only doing like 3-4 million a year. Well, in the year just gone, it's way starting to increase now. Where will this be in 10 years like the UK? But I think it's going to be a culmination of the both of them growing together, because we're changing. Like, our business is transforming into something a lot more crazy. When I say all this stuff, like, I have no interest in taking money. I don't want to pay myself. Like, I've already got all the stuff that I wanted. I've got the cars I wanted. And I realize now that they're kind of meaningless. Like, the thing I want to do now is like, how far can we take this thing? And I want to take it to 1 billion. That's where I want to take it. So right now, the combined companies turn over 20 million a year. And realistically, the way that Europe's moving, like I said in the last video, it's not a stretch to say that we should turn over 30 million in the next rolling 12 months. Dollars, that is. I say dollars, but even though I'm trading in pounds and euros, I say dollars so that it is relatable for everyone, because everyone kind of knows the dollar, especially like if you're trading in stocks, Bitcoin, and yeah. I'm living between countries and stuff, so I don't even really think of currencies like that anymore. I'm just like, what currency is in this country? Before, anytime I travel, I'd always be like, how much does that mean in pounds? How much is that? And I've lost all that kind of loyalty to currency now, I think, because I'm in Europe just as much as I am UK. It's crazy. Life's crazy. I never thought I'd live out in Europe. But the next plan, after we get all of these moving, and like I say, we'll probably do $30 million in the next 12 months, and realistically, 3 years, we'll be doing $100 million. Now, the next plan, as soon as this is generating plentiful cash, enough where we can actually like take a deep breath, which right now we're still in the trenches, we're still fighting. But once it's taken like a little bit of a back step, because everything's firing on all cylinders, we've got a couple more sales guys, including operations guys. Next, we're getting an operations and a French person, put them into me and Owen got to decide it, but I think that's what we're going to do. But once that's moving, we're going to Dubai. And when we go to Dubai, that's going to be some next level things as well, because Owen thinks that the mistakes and stuff that we made learning, trying to set up in foreign countries, we won't make on the next one. Business, every time you start, it's like the way you gain wisdom is trial and error. And Owen's becoming a master with the sales floor out there. And like, obviously he was already a master with his individual sales, and now he's being a master at how to find gold in a mine, put it that way. My throat still isn't fully better, as you can tell, but we are on the mend, so it's good, guys. But yeah, so 10 days into the month, and Europe is doing 60% of what the UK is doing. Like, meaningful add-on, you know? Like, it's suddenly like, well, we're having an insane month because of the two combined. And like, if we go back a year, we were losing money, we weren't really doing we didn't really have a big December last year for the UK. And we were like financially supporting Europe. Because one of the biggest stresses about Europe, guys, was I set up Europe when the UK was churning out a lot of cash. And it was like a relatively okay expense to say, yeah, we can put 30, 40 grand a month into this to try and build a business. It meant I couldn't pay myself any money, fine. But like I said, I already had all the stuff I want. Follow me on Instagram, you're going to know that, James Lake Show. And subscribe to the channel, because this is the best business advice you're going to get. But anyway, when I made that decision, I made it on the assumption that we weren't going to let the UK figures fall down, and UK started to go down. And subsequently, in the last 6 months, it's flying up, and we're making strong money again. Life's good. But I do think those things are sent to test you, because what happened is in the second year of me working on this European business, where it needs more cash, or just as much cash it had the year before, because also growth needs cash. So you need to put more money in to get the higher sales. So it's like, until you actually start making profit, the cash is constantly going down, obviously. And then as the sales jump up, it goes down even more. It's like a backwards thing. If you understand cash flow, you'll understand what I'm saying. But anyway, when that was happening and it needs more money, UK is drying up and I'm not getting money from there. And I'm like, and it's kind of like we're sat at this precipice where it's like, do you turn back and think, F it? We've lost 700K at this point. Just get back and save the assets that are at risk right now. But it was too much money, and I could see the light. And we had like extensive meetings, put stuff in play, put this in play, put this in play. And then, thank you, God, And even if you don't believe in God, you should be grateful, always be grateful, because there's people who literally don't even have water right now. But yeah, thank you, God. He put me in a test where I thought that the whole thing was collapsing and I was a boat out and I couldn't see shore at any side. And I was stuck there like, right, do I try and turn back and hopefully reach shore behind me where I know I can go back, hopefully? Or do I just risk and hope that I'm going to find land? And hey, I found land. Me and my brother Owen, everyone who's been involved in this project, Ken, my chairman, who's been by my side the whole time. I'd be dead if it wasn't for him, seriously. And yeah, it's just crazy. Mad. Life is mad, guys. Anyway, make sure if you have any questions, fire them in the Discord, fire them down below. Join my Discord for the best business community on YouTube, the most real business community. Like I said, guys, I've made a lot of money. I'm a multi-millionaire already. And I don't say that because I'm trying to show off. I say it because I'm saying, look, I'm not like these fake gurus. Go follow me on Instagram. I've got a load of stuff that people think will make them happy. I found out that actually that stuff doesn't make you happy, but I can certainly teach you the skills to do business. And it's really easy, guys. It really, really is easy. Full accountability, a perseverance, and having your finger on the pulse at all times. That doesn't work, change it. That doesn't work, change it. In the end, I guarantee you'll become successful. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the update. I'm going to be doing these videos probably once or twice a week. It just depends on what gems I've got. But make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you share below anyone who's starting out in business, any wins you're having, because I get so much from just hearing what you guys are doing. When I hear someone's like sold some stuff on eBay or they're doing this business, it makes me feel so, I don't know. I just feel so happy that people are actually getting out and doing it because I don't see it. Most people are lazy these days. Most people don't have what it takes to build a business. And it's so easy. And it's just sad that people can't get the gumption. But I know a lot of my viewers will. So I love you all. Subscribe to the channel. Over and out.